This is the story of what I called my Atlantic Ocean bike tour. I had recently moved back to Ontario from Western Canada, and I was keen to see what the eastern side of the country had to offer. Traveling the eastern shores, my giant SLR1 Tough Road touring bike was to be my constant companion on this bike odyssey. I left wondering, would this be my next great adventure? I didn't have a fancy camera, a fancy setup, the budget was quite modest, but this was not a fancy bike tour. I wild camped every single one of the 136 nights, except for one paid campsite in a national park and one night when I slept on the floor of a random apartment. So join me as I ride towards the eastern sun. The first leg of the journey, the waterfront trail.
So there's a new America. Do you want me to get your picture?
Oh no, I'm doing a video, just getting all the flooding. You want to be in it?
Sure. Give me a big one.
This guy and his buddy have the distinction of being the very first people I met on this bike tour. He showed me this awesome trick.
Nice.
I told those guys I was only going as far as Montreal. The truth was, I was planning on touring the whole East Coast. I suppose I wanted to set the bar low, just in case something happened. I guess I won't be taking this trail. It rained the entire week before, causing the area around Lake Ontario to be completely flooded.
I'm at a place called Randy Marsh. That's what it's called. But I'm not allowed to have my bike here, so I'm walking it. Hopefully I don't get in trouble. Somebody told me this goes to an area where you can take your bike. We'll see. Yep. No bikes. Hopefully this comes out to an area where I can ride my bike. Day number 3. So I camped out in a park in Mississauga for my second night. And the first day I had a mishap with the bike. Part of the rack broke here. I was carrying too much weight on the front rack, and I hit a pole coming out of a paved trail, and part of the rack broke right off the frame. So, but I patched it up with electrical tape. The electrical tape seems to be holding up pretty good, but we'll see how long that lasts for. This little dog just stole a piece of my chicken. Quite a climb getting back from the bluffs. Some of the trails around here are closed off now because of all the damage that was done during the flooding. Lots of really beautiful marshes in Oshawa. This is just one of many. I've been passing by marshes the whole time I've been in here in the city. You know what else? You just lost the game.
Remember that? The game? And if you remember the game, you lose the game? That was totally a 2017 thing. This was the point when I really plugged into the tour. I had a little bit of distance behind me, but really not that much compared to how much distance I would put behind me. But this would be one of the most memorable nights of the whole tour. I really found a nice spot here. The camera here just really doesn't do it justice. Like I said before, the camera wasn't great. But I had a spectacular view of Toronto from here, and the sunset was way more colorful than it looks in the video.
So I think it's about time to start a painting. What I'm gonna do, I'm mixing a bunch of paint in here. I want to get a bunch of colors mixed together, adding float medium every now and then to make it runny. I'm gonna pour it onto the canvas. I really only want it on the top half because the bottom half is going to be something else, perhaps grass. Then, once this is on the canvas, I'll move it around to where I want it to get a to get the effect that I'm trying for. All right. Oh, something else you can do is you can blow on it. But be careful because you could screw up some good swirls. So be cautious about where you blow on the painting. But you see it creates a marbly effect. Well, I'm probably just gonna refine this a little bit and then let it dry. So I added some more layers of the runny mixed paint. Now I'm just sort of spreading it out a little bit, sort of getting it in places where I want it. You can also sort of drag something along the paint to get the swirls, or even just drop some onto the canvas. But I'm gonna add some more layers to this and let it dry, and then I'm going to draw. Like, one of the good things about acrylic paint is that it dries very fast. So once it's dry, you can draw over top of it and then paint what you've drawn.
Of the evening, it's a happy harmony, and they're outside. And so if you've got a minute in here, come on out. Okay? Have fun!
So the swirly layer has dried now. I had it sitting on the back of the bike, so the canvas is a little warped, but it's all right. And what I'm doing now is I'm doing another layer on top of this swirly layer, which is going to be background sky. This bottom layer I left blank because I'm going to put some water down here, and so I'm just floating it, watering down the paint, and then applying a very thin layer of watery paint on the top, white on the bottom, darker blue on the top.
– 2017 happened to be the 150th anniversary of Canada. So that meant all the provincial parks, all the national parks were free to enter.